Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh and Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you. Hopefully elect. This is your brother Yahweh Call from Great Millstone, Orlando Camp. And just real quick, I saw, a few of these clips, all right, pretty much going into the destruction, or before and after the destruction, because as we know, of certain places, such as what I've got here on the screen, and other places being in a pretty much a war zone, war riddance, and a lot of these places being left for desolation, and just through the spirit, because I'm gonna just grab this real quick, a second edges, because a lot of people have this thing where with what's going on worldwide, right? And all these different places, especially when it comes to these simple Babylonians, these Americans, when these things are being put on the news, right? And these Babylonians, they have the mindset that, well, that's over there, that can't happen, that'll never happen here. These Babylonians think that they can't be touched. But little do these people know, it's only a matter of time before these things come here to America, as I always say, coming to a city, a street near you. I'm going to read this real quick in 2 Esdras 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So pretty much the Lord, the Lord's been sending these warning shots. That's pretty much what a scourge is. It's pretty much a warning shot, or a warning and an admonishment. But like I said, little do these people know, because well, that's over there, that's never going to happen over here, right? And these people don't know that the Lord is saving the worst for last. All right, because I see a lot of these, like I said, I see a lot of these clips, and like the Apostle Gabar says, you got to be a visionary, because I definitely could see this, as far as especially here in the heart of Florida, Babylon, Orlando, it's supposed to be one of the top tourist places, right? The retirement state, right? And things of that nature. So you got a lot of, you got all the Disneylands and stuff like that, but just like here, you got the before, right? Business as usual, traffic, right? And then you got the after, the destruction, ruins, a desolation, a wasteland pretty much. So like I said, being here in the heart of Babylon, Orlando, Florida, is a major attraction, a major attraction place, right? But soon, man, and this applies through all out Babylon. All right, this place is the Lord is gonna lay this place a wasteland. All Babylon is gonna be, I always say, unrecognizable. The time is coming, when, like here and many other places that are all they know is and it's cold, because it's cold. Just had me thinking, because like I said, in a lot of places, this is all a lot of people know. And the Lord is so cold, you actually have children that are born into this. You actually have babies that are born into this, and they grow up in this. So this is all they know. This, and That's going to be America's environment real soon. You know, a war riddance, a war zone. You're actually going to have children being born into this type of environment. Bombs going off, right? You know, shootouts in the middle of the night, people trying to sleep, you know. You know, just when you think you're you know, the coast is clear, there's always going to be something. You know, it's always going to be something. It's going to be like one big adrenaline rush show. Ain't going to be no easing up. You know, like I said, man, just bombs going off, alarms, sirens going off all the time. You know, like I said, I can see it. You know, I can visualize it. You know, like just imagine being in one of these buildings. It's a ruin. Being at some 5-star fancy hotel. At one point, it was a 5-star fancy hotel. You know, but the darn Jacob's trouble. That same hotel, man, is going to be just a ruin. You know, you come across this hotel, man. You think you got it good. You think you got it safe. And then you just feel the floor shaking, the ground shaking, because missiles are going off in the background, tanks are rolling through the streets, because that's what's going to be the new normal. You know, that's going to be the new normal. Right now, you got like Teslas. That's the new thing, right? Everyone's driving Teslas. Everyone's driving these cyber trucks, right? But pretty soon, the new normal will be, like I said, tanks patrolling the streets. You know, martial law troops patrolling the streets. You know, distant guns going off in the distance, right? Buildings being blown up and things like that. You know, because again, man, the Lord is going to lay this place. He's going to make this place a wasteland. Like I said, the Lord is saving the best, or He's saving the worst for last. So I'm gonna just get a few scriptures, and I had this video on mute because obviously the music in the background, I don't want to get a copyright or anything, get a strike or whatever. But I'm gonna get this in Isaiah 24 verse 3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. And this is, because like I said, the land shall be utterly spoiled. You know, here it is. You got Russian warships off the coast, right? You know, America's being surrounded. You know, because this place is America's that land of unwalled villages, so anyone could just come up in this bitch. You know, you got Chinese, man, the Moabites. I can't even say that they're infiltrating America, because they've been infiltrating America, you know, over the years. And so much that, you know, you got Moab, man, they're buying up farmland. And not only are they buying up farmland, but they're buying up farmland next to military bases here in the U.S., here in America. You know, which that's, you know, strategic in itself, right? Here it is. You got Russia, man, because, you know, there's been these terror attacks out there in Russia, and the latest, you know, pretty much the West is being blamed. You know, so Russia's been, you know, threatening Babylon to basically prepare for an attack, man. And that's been in the talks, you know, as far as a terror attack, you know, some type of, you know, attack, man. Because America is ripe for the taking. You know, this bitch will be spoiled. She will be taken. Right? And even before the missiles, you know, because matter of fact, let me get this in Isaiah. Because ultimately, because when I say America is going to be unrecognizable, let me get this real quick in Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34 in verse, I'm going to start at 10. It shall not be quenched, night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. Because, when it comes to America, the end all be all for America are the missiles. All right. And the Lord is going to make such he's going to make such a statement with America's judgment. All right. Mainly with those missiles, that America's just going to be burning for a long period of time. But eventually it'll get to a point where the dust will settle. All right. The smoke will cease, and you're not going to be able to tell Florida from Georgia, so on and so forth. That's why when you read verse 11, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So this is the end all be all, as far as the missiles, America's future, and the missiles, once they completely wipe this whole landmass, all right, from the east to the west, to the north to the south, America, when the dust settles, America's going to be one big desert. But even before the missiles drop, like I said, America's going to be, even before the missiles, the destruction from the missiles, America's going to be just unrecognizable. Like I said, all these Disneyland parks, theme parks, they're all going to be a ruin. Buildings on fire. It's going to look like something straight out of a movie and then some. Well, back in Isaiah 24, in verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Jump down to verse 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So you see, like I said, just totally unrecognizable, completely unrecognizable. Because like the scriptures, one of America's titles is a virgin daughter of Babylon. And I always say, because concerning warfare, all right, America hasn't been touched. America hasn't been invaded. But America's about to get her virginity popped. All right. The Lord is about to touch this bitch. All right. I'll get this in Jeremiah, because this is what we can expect to see in the near future. All right. Being in this type of environment where it's just like, damn, 1 minute, like you see here on screen, 1 minute's business as usual, right? And then the next minute just ruins, a wasteland, a desolation, desolate. Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49:13. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation. All right. And Bozrah is the capital city of Esau, Edom. All right. And what is the capital city of Esau, Edom today? America. All right. So America will become this desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So like I said, throughout all the 50 states and Babylon, all the promises of Babylon, the Lord's going to make all this bitch just a complete wasteland, man. Just desolate, just unrecognizable. Like I said, man, and I can see it, I can see it just being in this type of environment where just bombs are going off all the time. It's just, hearing gunshots going off in the background, in the distance, people screaming, just that feeling of unease, uncertainty, death. Let me get this. And Second Esdras since I was just there. Second Esdras 16. Second Esdras 16. I'm going to start at verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And again, as I read earlier in this chapter, a few verses up, the Lord is sending these scourges. All right. The Lord has given us a pretty much like a visual, an idea with everything that's going on in all these other places, such as this video that I got on screen. All right. Of what to just get a general idea of what we're going to see here in America. Because again, the Lord is saving the worst for last. He's saving the worst for America. Because a lot of these things are already happening in a lot of other places. To the point where this has become the new way of living for a lot of people in a lot of places. This has become the new way of living. And America is no different. It says, verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Right? And then especially when it comes to America, just a complete wasteland. Verse 24, there shall be no man to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall grow fruit, and who shall gather them? And you see, hey, the nature's going to take its course, right? Because you best believe during Jacob's trouble, you're not going to have, and that's one thing I can't wait for, amongst many, Jake be trying to sleep at 7 o'clock in the morning, and, I'm not trying to knock Jake, because, be mainly the Northern Kingdom, putting in that work, man. But still, you be trying to sleep 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning, man, and, Jake just out there mowing the lawn and shit, Jake just out there working, It's like, damn, every other day, it's like, it's like every other day they're out there and they're mowing grass and cutting the trees and stuff, all the machineries. I get tired of hearing that shit. But you must believe that's not going to be going on during Jacob's trouble. So with that, the nation is going to take its course, like I said, right? Overgrown vegetation, right? It says, verse 26, the grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. You're not going to have the dumpster trucks, going through the cities, right? Like I said, America's just going to be one big wasteland, right? It says, because, even when what comes to mind is the movie, the movies, the Purge movies, where during the Purge night you would have certain, like the emergency services, pretty much they weren't to be touched, they were protected, right? Certain people had certain access to where, they were protected, certain groups of individuals were protected. That's not going to be the case during Jacob's trouble, all right? That's not going to be the case. It's going to be a free-for-all. Everyone's going to be able to get got, all right? So that's why, like I said, dealing with the, you're not going to have, it's not like during Jacob's trouble, all hell's going to be breaking loose, and then, everyone has to stop to let the dumpster trucks pass through and collect the garbage and all, man. The, what do you call them? The, where they gather up the dead bodies, the corpses, the hearse, It's not like everyone's going to stop shooting at one another to for the hearse to come through to collect the dead bodies, and none of that. Emergency services, none of that. Verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Now, in some places you might actually literally have 10 people, 7 people. But 10, like 7, it can also go into completion. So, because that just goes to show you how bad it's going to be, that, hey, you see it every day. Because the scriptures talk about how we're still in the cool of the day. We're in the cool of the day. So people still have the luxury, the comfort of just, being able to go out and about. But soon, that's not going to be the case. It's going to be dangerous, too dangerous. It's going to be too dangerous. So it's going to be that bad that, hey, it's going to look like, hey, there's no one left in the cities, you know. That's how bad it's going to be. People are going to be hiding out, man. People are going to be ducked off somewhere, you know. So again, it says, for a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Like I said, man, that feeling of an uncertainty, unease, you know. The scriptures say that these people, man, they're going to be like a chase roe. You ever seen a chase roe? You ever seen a deer trying to get a sip of water, right? You know, by the lake, you know. Because that's the thing, man. Even when it comes to the animal world, the animal kingdom, it's a cruel world in the animal kingdom. You know, it's pretty much every man or every animal for itself. You know, it's a cruel world in the animal kingdom. Well, hey, it's going to be much worse in real life. You know, it's going to be, hey, every man for himself. It's going to be a free for all. You know, like I said, you ever seen a deer, man, trying to just take a sip of water, man? That motherfucker is alert, got the ears up, every little sound, tick, crack, hey, that thing is ready to dip. You know, that thing is ready to take off. That's how scary it's going to be. That's how bad it's going to be. You know, the threat of danger is going to be on all sides. So, you know, that's why we're going to need the Spirit, man, to really be with us on our side, Lord willing. It says, as in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or when as a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So that's how bad it's going to be, man. Hey, it's going to, you know, that's how bad it's going to be. All right. People are going to be linking up, man, looking for resources, traveling in packs. All right. Looking for resources, you know, which a part of the resources is going to be other people as well. You know, there ain't going to be no food out here. And from the apostles for many years, they talk about how cannibalism is coming back in a major way. Hey, a lot of people are going to become a spoil. Men, women, and children, especially you women. It says, matter of fact, verse 31 again. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. So you see, and a sword is just any instrument of destruction. So, you know, hey, you're going to have all type of people with the guns, you know, people are going to have all type of man-made weapons, you know, some shit that you never seen before, man. You know, because that's just, hey, it's going to be every man for himself. You're going to have to get it how you can. You know, you're going to have people, like this guy, what's this guy's name off of the Walking Dead, Negan, right? I think he had the bat with the barbed wire wrapped around it. I think he called it Lucy, something like that. You know, it's gonna be some shit like that, man. People are gonna have all type of shit, you know. Searching, you know, going from place to place, looking for resources, because that's how bad it's gonna be. You know, that's how bad it's gonna be. It says, verse 32, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways, and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. So like I said, you know, right now, like you see on screen, this is business as usual. You know, being in the cool of the day, and then the next minute, hey, you know, it's going to be too dangerous to just be going out and about, man, like that. You know, everyone's going to be hiding out. You know, it's just going to be the threat of danger on every side. You know, the threat of danger on every side. You know, hey, man, America is going to be just totally unrecognizable. You know, I always say America is going to be the worst place to be. You know, because like I said, these things are already happening in a lot of other places, but the Lord, he's saving the worst for last, man. So America soon is going to be the worst place to be. Just a complete desolate wasteland, ruins, the whole 9 yards, until the destruction comes, until the nuclear destruction comes. You know, so Lord willing, this is edifying. All praises to you. How about Shemal Shai? Shalom to you. Hopefully, let.